Welcome everybody back to my channel. Again, this is my hobby channel, and again we are going to do another Lego this week or today, and we're doing the Harry Potter, the Weasley's car that Ron and Harry stole in the beginning of Harry Potter 2, the Chamber of Secrets. And this is when they took the car because they couldn't get into the terminal for the train at 9 3/4 terminal through that little brick pillar, and they ended up stealing Ron's parents' car and take it to Hogwarts, and ended up landing in the Whomping Willow Tree. So this is what we're going to build. It is Lego number 76470, Enchanted Flying Ford Anglia, 868 pieces, and it's got 7 bags. And then also, actually it's got 8 bags. There's a separate one here. I think that paper bag there is the actual windshield. That's what it feels like in the bag. And then of course we've got the instruction manual. And so I will get bag 1 opened up, and I'll bring you back to show you the contents. All right, here are the contents of bag 1. And so we've got these pieces here. And like usual, there was a smaller bag in bag 1 that contains some smaller pieces. And so we'll get bag 1 put together, and I'll bring you back to show you the start of our progress. All right, we have completed bag 1, and this is what bag 1 created. It appears that it looks like it's the base of the car, and so that was bag 1. I'll get bag 2 opened up, and I'll show you the contents once I get it opened. Okay, here is bag 2, and here are the contents of bag 2. And then we did have a smaller bag, and here are the contents for the smaller bag. So I'll get bag 2 put together, and I'll bring you back to show you our progress. Alrighty, we have finished bag 2, and what we created or added to is we added this section here. I believe that is part of the trunk. So we got some moving pieces. And then we built this whole center section here, and this actually moves also. And I think this is part of a little surprise that this car has that I will show you at the end of the build. So, but we'll get bag 3 opened up, and I'll show you the contents of that. And so bring you back once I have the bag open. All right, here is bag 3, and here are the parts for bag 3. A lot more blue parts, so we'll probably be adding more of the exterior of the car. And of course there was a smaller bag, and here are the pieces that were in the smaller bag. So I'll get bag 3 put together, and then I'll bring you back to show you our progress. Okay, we finished up bag 4. I'm sorry, bag 3. This is bag 3. And bag 3 completed the wheel wells on both sides. It also completed the back end here and added another license plate number. We got the tail lights on. And then also it added this section here. We've got that added on. So we will continue on. I'll get bag 4 opened up, and I'll bring you back to show you the contents. All right, here is bag 4, and here is all the pieces. And we've got a lot of blue pieces. And then there was a smaller bag, and here are the contents of the smaller bag. And I can tell you, with this particular build, I like the fact that there's a lot of colored pieces other than black. Because having a black desk, sometimes you have a hard time finding a black piece that you need. But we'll get bag 4 put together, and I'll bring you back to show you our progress. Okay, we have finished bag 4. And bag 4 included building the trunk here, trunk lid, and the part that it attaches to. The trunk does open, and then we also created the side pieces here on both sides. here. And then we created this section here, that section here, and then this and what appears to be the seats of the car. And so that was bag 4. I'll get bag 5 opened up and I'll bring you back to show you the contents. Okay, here is bag number 5, and here are the pieces for bag 5. It's a lot of blue ones again. And then we had a smaller bag in 5 with a lot of little pieces. So this one has almost as many little pieces as it has big pieces. So, but we'll get bag 5 put together and then I'll bring you back to show you the progress. Okay, we have completed bag 5, which entailed adding the doors on both sides, and then adding some front end, the front end of the car. Got the wheel wells done. The doors actually open, so that's pretty cool. And of course, and then we got the gear shifter in there, and you know the doors have some handles on them on the inside. And on the outside, and then the inside also. And so that's what bag 5 entailed. So let me get bag 6 open, and then I'll bring you back to show you the contents. Okay, we've opened bag number 6, and here are all the parts for bag 6. And then we had 2 smaller bags in there with smaller parts, and there's the contents for that. And then bag 6 also included the special bag, extra bag that was included, and it was the windshield. So we'll be adding the windshield in this build, part of the build. So I'll get bag 6 built, and I'll bring you back to show you the progress of where we're at on the Weasley's car. Okay, we have completed bag 6. Bag 6 consisted of making Hedwig, Harry Potter's owl, and then we also worked on the front of the car. Pretty much enclosed up the engine bay and kind of added on. We added the windshield in. We also added in the steering wheel and the dashboard. And check and make sure that's right. And so, there we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, we did up the front end, did the dashboard here, and again added Hedwig. That would be Harry Potter's owl. And so, but that is where we're at now. We've got one more bag left, bag 7. So I'll get that opened up and I'll bring you back to show you the contents. Okay, we've got bag 7 here, the last and final bag, and here's the parts of that, which means we'll be putting wheels on the Weasley's car. And here's all the parts that came in the big bag. And then we also had 2 smaller bags. And so here are the parts for those 2 smaller bags. And along with this, we'll also be creating, I don't think it's a full minifig, but we will be creating Harry and Ron to sit in the car. So once I get bag 7 built and put together on the car, I'll bring you back to show you the final result. So, so let me get to building and I'll bring you back. All right, we've completed bag 7, which completes the car. Bag 7 included adding Harry, and then also Ron. And then it also completed the roof, the 4 tires, and also created Harry's luggage. Let's see if we can get some better light on that. And Harry's luggage. This has got a pretty cool feature. Let me turn it back sideways here. This way. So watch this. Doors open. The trunk opens. And the luggage fell out. And also we created the luggage for in bag 7. So that completes the build for Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets Weasley's car. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Be sure to check out my next video. It'll probably be, well, I'm going to keep that for a surprise. And but again, this channel is building Legos, building model vehicles that you would glue together, or even some woodworking in the future. So I hope you guys will stick around. Feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you can be notified when my next video comes out. And I hope you guys have a great week.